Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And the Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense will be first on the attack. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Safe completion on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Right on the money. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Got it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Gamecocks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. What a game he had in their last win. More than 200 yards and 4 trips to the end zone.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football. And I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Rides to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's on target and complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Here we go, ready. Red 18, red 18. Ready to go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, South Carolina. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun to give to the back.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Here's a little, got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going to the running game. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Picks up the 1st down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on 1st down. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The give to the back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield here.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy...
Finding some room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Upstairs, he's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Got his man down the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They go to the counter. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Wildcats will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Zings it complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Makes the grab on the left. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the air on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You can tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Breaks into the open. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. If you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to buy time. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin our wraparound with Clemson, taking on the number 9 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Tigers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And you know what they say in college football, you got to take care of the games in your own backyard. They're now 2-2 after that home win. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They had this lead to start in the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got the first himself. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
Flag 14. Flag 14. Ready to go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The lone back's got it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore, right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe some room here. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
And the pressure continues to now shift towards this defense. And running backs had a great day today, carrying the football. They know they've got the lead late in the game. How aggressive do they want to be? And especially
oh, he's got some space there to make the tackle. And with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll try the left side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Gives it on the option. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down on the home team sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with the quarterback and the receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense breaking on the football and taking that in away.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it down the field. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Gamecocks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Got it! They will score! Touchdown Gamecocks! They build this fourth quarter lead and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Got his man downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. That'll give him. More breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen.
There he goes. Got enough for the first. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They go to the draw. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Ready. Black 88. Black 88.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Buffalo Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys?
All right, Holly. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will come out first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on, but this is
turning it on. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
On third down, he drops to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Makes a connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward, he's got 4 down to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground, and he'll be brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
He'll set up to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
They're going to run it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
After that run, picked up the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Callow. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Makes a deep grab. Touchdown, Missouri! Rolled his way into the end zone.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Whalen. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's a miss as an OC. He's come to the sidelines on it. Listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way,
and he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. A little release to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Missouri wants to go fast.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Tigers have pushed it inside the 20. Takes it from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Makes the grab inbounds!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whalen. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Trying to get away. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3. Snags it, and there's running room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. Wants to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pressure coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Hauls it in. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he makes the catch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week,
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
South Carolina, 10.
Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down, he'll throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's got an open man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Tigers are marching down the field.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's got him in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. He makes the catch. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Trying to... It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
He'll start this drive firing. Grabs it in the middle. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to...
Makes the catch and he's free. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.
This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Got the back over the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions. Like, he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, don't they?
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And send the tight end in motion. They'll go right back to him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. And there he goes. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's USC looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Memorial Stadium. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Checking in with the South Carolina head coach coming out of the locker room. This team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Quick completion to the right, and they pick up just a few on that completion. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
And it's right down the boulevard. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Hands it off. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He'll try it again. Running into the open space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on second down. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it! Touchdown Gamecocks! And that one will give them the lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Takes Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got him. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run.
Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
He now has 85 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They'll go to the air on second and short. On the run, still looking. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They'll go to the air on third and short. On target. Oh, he's got enough space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Back to pass on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this young fella? They're slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He's got it. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. He wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got the quick pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. Or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take. If they choose from here on out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Oklahoma's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
We've got 2 receivers playing in this game, 2 of the best in the entire country. 2 guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. These two guys just on the same wavelength. They make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking to throw again. Pocket breaking down. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense all balanced.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play action fake. On target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Zings it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The extra point here would tie the game.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
So South Carolina's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A matchup that we're going to lock in on, left side of the line, and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There's a crease. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. There he goes. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We've got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Running to the left. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina.
They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He's got it. 1st down and more. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Snags it quickly on the left. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. Makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's going to run it. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. The option look. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's straight. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
To the air on second down. He's taking the shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man in the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day-one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Working that left side now. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to the ground. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got a man. Going for the goal line. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready. 22.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. The offense changing the play. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He splits the uprights, and now they regain the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the 1st play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the 1st time tonight. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Got it. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. The Gamecocks spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in with one hand. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 3rd and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that op.
He wants to go deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 13 team, the Syracuse Orange. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me he absolutely knew this was going to be a dogfight here today. With both teams undefeated this late in the season, he understands the quality of this opponent. He told his guys in the locker room, we have to separate ourselves, and it starts now. I'll let you know how that develops here on the sidelines in the 3rd quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in back.
Got a little grass. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else would be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just run.
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The snap sets up the throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Rushes on him, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. He leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Wants to throw on first down, and that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts, and that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Works the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wants to throw it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Whalen. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage right now. They got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They're working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work for the 1st down in the final period of this one. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Trying to punch it in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Here's a heat. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
From the gun, he'll try to throw it on third down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They got him with a sack, and they will not convert this third down. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth. Intercepted deep in his own end. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, South Carolina. They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. And he's going to bring it out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Lets it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense. And that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Bringing the heat. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They go to the wide receiver screen. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
Here we go. Ready? Red 80. Red 80. Red 80, go.
They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Red 54. Red 54. Go, go.
Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
To the ground with the back. They're just going to try to stick it to him and add some salt to the wound. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
it.